Good morning, guys. How are you? Welcome to Thoughts of a Maven. Happy Wednesday. How is your day going? How is your week going? Come on in. I have a lot of new connections on LinkedIn and a few new followers on Facebook, I noticed, but welcome to the live stream. We are here live every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And we talk about all things personal branding, marketplace positioning, LinkedIn, and mindset for the brilliant Black woman. Whether you are a corporate climber, an entrepreneur, maybe you do a little bit of both. Okay, my job is to help you embrace your voice and your brilliance so that you are professionally aligned and are earning what God wants you to earn in your career without burnout. Okay, so come on in and let me know how your day is going. Of course, if you have any questions, this is a very interactive session. And so feel free to ask your question and share your comments down below in the chat. And if you're catching this on the replay, use hashtag replay with your question or your comment. Listen, we're going to talk about, I am all about helping you ladies become a known brilliance in a space, right? Not the best kept secret, okay? Because being the best kept secret is so underrated. But here are 5 signs that it is time for you to claim your space if you are ready to stop being the best kept secret. Okay, because if you're comfortable behind the scenes while someone else less qualified gets the recognition, this isn't for you. Maybe you can tag somebody who needs to hear this. Maybe you can share this with somebody. But if you're comfortable being behind the scenes while somebody else gets all the shine, um, yeah, this is not the space for you, right? But if you are tired of being overlooked, under recognized, and underpaid for the work that you do, stick around, okay? And these are 5 signs that it is time for you, sis, to stop shrinking and to start showing up as the authority that you already are. Okay. And so if this is something that you are destined to do, to come out of hiding, you are in for a treat because I'm actually hosting a free workshop. It's Invisible to Invaluable: Personal Branding for the Accomplished Black Woman Who's Done Being Underestimated. Okay. So in this workshop, we are going to really break down why being excellent alone isn't enough to guarantee respect or visibility in 2026. Okay. I'm going to show you how to identify the positioning gaps that are keeping a lot of accomplished Black women overlooked, how to shape a personal brand that is reflected or that reflects your expertise and your authority, how to uncover your natural gifts, skills, and abilities so that you're the go to expert in your industry. And y'all know I like to talk about LinkedIn. How do you leverage LinkedIn strategically without feeling performative? Because that's the thing. I see the comments, even on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on threads. Listen, LinkedIn can feel performative, sis, but that doesn't mean that you have to show up that way. So it always intrigues me when I hear people talking about that as if that dictates how you show up. There are fashion don'ts that I see every day when I walk out of my door, but that does not dictate how I dress for the day. Okay, so we're going to dig into that and also how to align your visibility with your purpose in a way that protects and honors your well being. Okay, so this is not just a basic branding webinar. This is a very intentional, strategic conversation about power for the brilliant Black woman, for positioning and presence in spaces where your brilliance is often minimized. Okay, so if you're done with being underestimated and overlooked, this is the workshop for you. And this is happening live. This is not a replay. There will not be a replay. I do have to say this, there will not be a replay. So if you want to come get these gems, make sure you go on over to workwithdion.com to get all the details signed or sent to your inbox and so that you can sign up. Okay, guys, good morning. If you're just joining us, welcome to Thoughts of a Maven. We're talking about, for those of you who are ready to stop being the best kept secret, how to claim your space in your career and in your business. Okay, so let's talk about this. The first thing that you have to be aware of, the first sign, is that you're just tired of being invisible, right? You're tired of being told that your work is going to speak for itself, right? If your work is speaking for itself and somehow the world doesn't always hear it, right? If opportunities keep passing you by because people don't fully understand the value that you bring, it's time to change, okay, ladies, how you're showing up, right? I get it. We just want to go to work, child, put our head down, and then maybe, hopefully, prayerfully, someday somebody will give us a pat on the back, a raise. That will not happen. So if you're tired of being invisible, if you're tired of shrinking, that is a sign, right, that you need to take up space. Okay. Number two, you are maybe someone who's doing all the work, incredible work behind the scenes, but still someone else gets the credit, right? We've all been there. You know the feeling, right? You're delivering results, yet someone else who is less experienced is the one being recognized. And this, I think, speaks to visibility, the concept or the idea that visibility is about ego, and it's not. Because when you tend to think that visibility is about ego, what happens is your impact is and your contributions are going to be minimalized, right? Visibility is about making sure that your secret sauce, your gifts, your skills, your talents are clear and undeniable. We need to unlearn, sisters, that being visible is vain. I had someone actually say to me, not say to me, but they said on a social platform that, oh, like, it's crazy. It's wild that people are like really nominating themselves for awards. And I'm like, we're not supposed to nominate ourselves for awards. Why wouldn't I? If I think that I'm deserving, do you not think that that's just it? Do you not think that you're deserving of being visible and being acknowledged? Right. And that's such a big reason why I got into this space. You know, I used to just deliver resumes. I was a resume writer. I used to write press releases when I first started out, just consulting. And it was crazy to me how so many of my clients who were so accomplished and credentialed and experienced did not know how to embrace their talents in a way that wasn't squirmish, right? That didn't leave them like squirming in their seats. You have a responsibility, we all do, to make our gifts and our talents clear and undeniable. Because when that doesn't happen, you're going to be that person behind the scenes doing the thing, right? Putting in the long hours, stressing yourself out, maybe, and letting someone else take the credit. That doesn't sit right with me. And I hope that doesn't sit right with you. And I do not believe, because I'm a God girl, that God has given us these talents in order for someone else to get the credit. It is okay. Okay. Guys, welcome to the live stream. Good morning. We are talking about, like, what are the signs that you need to claim your space in your career, your business, your industry, right? So we talked about one, you are tired of being invisible. And then two, you're doing all this amazing, incredible work, but someone else is getting the credit. That might be a red flag, right? And then number three, you're holding back in order to stay safe or palatable, right? You're playing small, you're overthinking every move, and you're keeping your brilliance comfortable for others. That doesn't serve you, right? You are in some really serious rooms and spaces, but you're shrinking back because you're overthinking. Maybe you think no one wants to hear what I have to say. Maybe you're thinking, do they not like me? Right? There are a lot of underlying issues. You have to stop playing safe. Boldness, being bold, being visible, owning your dopeness, what I like to call it, it doesn't mean that you're being reckless. It means that you're being intentional and strategic when it comes to your presence. Okay. And this one is also a major one. is that you want your voice and your story and your expertise to carry weight. You know that you have a story that is just boiling up inside of you, right? You don't just want to do the work. You want to contribute to the conversations that are happening in your space, in your industry, maybe on LinkedIn, right? You have a brand story, an origin story that you know someone else needs to hear because that's going to unlock something in your brand soulmate. Results alone aren't enough. People need to truly understand your value, see your authority, and hear your perspective. You have something so important to share. And so, personal branding is the bridge between what you achieve and what the world perceives or how the world perceives you. Let me say that again. Personal branding is the bridge between what you achieve and how the world perceives you. It is not enough to just, and I get it, we want to get all A's, right? We were taught that in elementary school, right? Get a gold star, you get A's on your report, right? But there's also a narrative that needs to accompany your accomplishments. So if you know that you are missing that narrative, that voice, that contribution, and I get it. I hear people all the time are like, Dion, I don't know what to post. Dion, I don't know what to say. I'm afraid to share my story. Your story is meant to be shared. Okay. Guys, if you're joining us, good morning. We are talking about the 5 signs that it is time to claim your space if you are a brilliant Black woman who is tired of being the best kept secret, right? Maybe you've been playing that role for way too long in your business and in your career. We are talking about that today. Number 5, you just know that you're ready to claim space. You're ready to stop hiding, and claiming space is so much more than just recognition. When you are claiming space, you are showing up fully, confidently, unapologetically. Your brilliance, y'all, deserves to be seen. I'm going to say this every week, in every post, in every live stream, every video, until it sinks down into your soul. Your brilliance, somebody put it in the chat. My brilliance deserves to be seen. And the rooms that benefit from your leadership deserve it too. Like, why wouldn't you share all that? Listen, you get one life. You get one life. And not to turn morbid, but when you think about the dash between your date of birth and your date of death, what is it? What is going to resonate there? You don't want to leave anything on the table. Okay? Stop hiding. You don't need to show up perfectly because there's no such thing, right? And the thing about shrinking back and hiding is that a lot of that comes from imposter syndrome, limiting beliefs, lack of confidence, right? Mindset gremlins, maybe something that someone said or did years ago, whether it be professionally or personally, maybe that's still ringing in your mind, in your memory. But building a powerful personal brand has nothing to do with ego. We have to set that aside. A powerful personal brand is where visibility meets positioning. It's not just enough to perform. You have to begin to shape the results that you're putting out there, and you're already doing the work, right? So why not make sure that your results and your voice carry equal weight? Okay, guys, if you're just joining us, you'll have to go back up to the top. Use hashtag replay with your question or comment, where we're talking about the 5 signs that it is time to claim your space. If you are ready to stop being the best kept secret and to start showing up as the authority you already are, we are just getting started. Right? I recently had an experience with someone in my day job. I'm the director of communications in my 9 to 5. And that's another thing we can talk about too, right? The intersection of our personal brand. We tend to compartmentalize our business, our job, our passion project. There's a way, this is what I teach is professional alignment. There's a way to show up professionally where you can share all of you. But in my 9 to 5, I had a colleague really call me out on some stuff because there was an underlying issue. And I know this. I've had coaches and mentors, both, in my 9 to 5 and in my business. But she called me out on some stuff. And when we got to the bottom of it, it was because I had an underlying belief that maybe I was doing something wrong because someone out there was not responding to me like I think they should respond. The little girl in me, who's the youngest of many siblings, who as a kid always had to like, hello, like I'm here. I had to fight to get seen and heard. I was shrinking back. And so even those of us who people who you see online, everybody's got their stuff with them. But you have to decide at any given moment, what do I want more? Do I want the comfort of being hidden and being the best kept secret? Or do I want to walk in my professional purpose? And so that's what I invite you to do is to really ask yourself, am I okay with being invisible? Or am I called to be invaluable? And that's what we are going to dig into in my free workshop, Invisible to Invaluable. This is personal branding for the accomplished Black woman who's done being underestimated. Listen, you have done the work, you have the credentials, but maybe you're still feeling overlooked, right? Maybe you're underpaid, underrecognized. And I get it. We've been taught to perform more, to work harder, but it's not about working harder. It's about fixing your positioning. And so in this workshop, this is a free session that I've designed specifically for accomplished Black women founders, entrepreneurs, executives, corporate leaders who are ready to be seen and respected and compensated. Because you're already operating at a certain level, but there's a misalignment, right? So if you're successful on paper, but your positioning doesn't match the visibility that you deserve, you need to register for this workshop. This is a free workshop. This is in real time. This is not a recording. This is a real interactive session. Maybe you are C-suite bound, right? You're on the cusp of entering the C-suite, but there's something blocking you. Maybe you're already leading, but you're still overlooked for that promotion or underpaid. Maybe you're an entrepreneur who's tired of being the best kept secret. You are so amazing at what you do, but you're like, Dion, something is wrong, and I'm not sure what that is. You know your personal brand isn't reflecting your authority and your dopeness, and you're ready to stop shrinking. We're going to uncover why being excellent alone doesn't guarantee visibility or respect. We're going to identify those positioning gaps. We're going to touch on personal branding, how to uncover your natural gifts. This is the meat of the session that I cannot wait to get to. We're going to uncover how your natural gifts, skills, and abilities can make you the go-to expert in the industry. And we're going to touch on LinkedIn, right? There's a way that you can show up online that feels authentic and not performative, and how to align your visibility with your professional purpose so that you're not draining, right? So if you are ready, because this is what I do. This is a ministry for me. This is not just a job. I'm a God girl. I do not believe, at least in my instance, that there's a separation of my vocation and what I'm called to do and how I'm called to serve. I have been doing this for so many years. I've been in business for 18 years, but I've entered the coaching space 5 years ago because I saw that so many Black women are misaligned because we feel like that in order to earn what we deserve, we have to sacrifice our mental, emotional, physical health. So my job is to help you communicate your value so that you can shine in career and in business, so that you can live the extraordinary life that God has destined for you, but to do it in a way that feels authentic. Okay, so we're going to have a serious conversation in this workshop. So if you're done with being underestimated, if you're done with playing small, go to workwithdion.com. Okay, so that's all I got for today. As always, if you have questions, you can ask questions down below. You can go to workwithdion.com to learn more about how you can, work with me. Feel free to send me a message right here on LinkedIn or on Facebook. Okay, because just remember, you are too dope to sit on all that talent. There's a gift that God has placed inside each and every one of us. And gifts, my brother says, gifts are meant to be given, right? They weren't just for you to sit back and enjoy just for yourself. And there's a whole community of people, and I'm speaking to myself too. There's a whole community of people that can't tap into their next level until you embrace yours. Okay, so guys, keep shining, and I will see you next week for Thoughts of a Maven. Take care.